Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be bringing you some very fun yet spooky treats for the Halloween season. So let me get my drink and then we'll go ahead and chit chat about what I've got started. So today we're filming at my daughter-in-law Kristen's house, and we've had a lot of fun making some spooky treats. This being one of them. This is an apple cider mimosa, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made this on this video. So today we're going to be making 4 different Halloween treats. I hope you stick around and come along with me while I show you some alternatives that you're going to come across this Halloween season. So I want to take a moment to thank Kristen again for letting me invade her kitchen, as well as you, my subscribers, for always being there and commenting and having fun. So stick around and I'll show you exactly what I've made. Happy Halloween. Okay, our first recipe is going to be peanut butter cups. So what we're going to need for those is a container of fat-free whipped topping. This is an 8-ounce container. Some Hershey syrup. Today we're using the Simply 5. Normally I would use the Smuckers sugar-free, but they didn't have that at the store, so we're just going to go with what we have. PB2. And some small little muffin tin cups. So just little paper cups. So with that said, let's go ahead and grab a mixing bowl and get this recipe started. First thing we're going to do is open our containers, which you know I never do. The one thing I try to remember all the time, but I just don't seem to remember to do it. Okay, so we're going to use, it says to take your whipped topping and divide it. So I've got this pretty much de-thawed, so I'm going to take half of that and put it into my bowl here. And then we're going to add to that 3 tablespoons of the PB2. Now, you can use the PB2 or you can use the PB Fit. Either one will work. Today, I didn't have my PB Fit with me, so I'm going to use the PB2. All right, that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're going to mix this together until well combined. Not sure how this is going to work because, of course, you know I'm just going to start the recipe out. I never test things out first because I think it's more fun just to kind of be surprised right along with you. Okay. See, now that I'm mixing this, I think I know why they're having you mix it with half of this first. Is because of the fact that you really have to mix that to get it in here together, and then you'll probably fold in the rest of it so that it stays a little more, I don't know, maybe a little more fluffy. All right, we've got that in there. I'm going to go ahead and mix in the rest. Try to mix this a little more gentle. It smells wonderful. Again, I tell you all the time, I really wish they would invent smell-o-vision because I think it would be amazing. All right, I think that's good. I'm going to grab a spoon, and I think I'm going to grab a baking sheet. I think it might be easier to put it on here because once we get these filled in our containers, we're going to go ahead and throw them in the freezer for 1 hour. Okay, I have 30 of the little mini cups out here, and I've transferred the mixture to a bag because of the fact that it should be easier to pour into the cups this way. So I just cut the tip of that off, and we're going to start squeezing this into the containers. Now from my calculations, if I can get 30 cups out of this, what's going to happen is it's going to point these out to 1 point each, which will be awesome. And I think it's going to work out. We may get more than 30 out of this one. Okay, now I'm going to finish the last 5. I think I can get 5 more out of here. And yes, I can. I might be able to get 2 more. All right, that's good. We're going to stop there. All right, so our next step is to drizzle a little bit of this chocolate syrup on here and then freeze them. So we're going to do that next. I'm going to grab another measuring spoon here. And I'm approximating 2 tablespoons of this chocolate syrup. I'm going to fill this a little bit less. And we may get by with just 1 tablespoon, because it doesn't look like it's going to take a lot. So I don't know about you, but my mouth is totally watering. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get these last couple done. It's taken me about 2.5 tablespoons of the chocolate syrup. But I think we're still okay at 1 point each on these because of the fact that we got 30 instead of, I'm sorry, 35 instead of the original 30 that I thought we were going to get. Okay, we're going to pop this right into the freezer and move on to our next item. Okay, we've just pulled the peanut butter cups out of the freezer. Take a look at those. Don't those look amazing? And it made a ton. So this is a great one to make, and it was super easy to pull together. So I'm going to go ahead and give one of these a try because, you know, how fun would it be if I didn't give one of these a try? Check it out. Look, pops out of there pretty good. Grab that. They're smooth. It might be a little easier to eat them right out of the paper. So I'm going to do just that. Okay, I am not a fan, like a huge fan of peanut butter cups, but holy moly, this is like ice cream bites. I would totally recommend making these for your next party or just as a treat to be able to pull out of the freezer and just have, you know, it just is a sweet snack. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad I tried these. All right, so let's see what's next on our list. Okay, next up we're going to make our candy corn cups, but we're going to make a healthier version. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime I've grabbed some of that candy corn, it's pointed out in my tracker for 8 smart points. And let me tell you something, it's not a lot of candy corn. So today we're going to make something that's much prettier than the candy corn you're going to find in a bag in a store. And it's going to come out to be 0 smart points. So let's go ahead and get these cans open and then I'll get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to layer in, I have a 10.5 ounce can of mandarin oranges. Now, just to tell you, I was going to use regular mandarin oranges and take the time to peel them. But when I got to my store today, of course, what's the one thing they didn't have? Mandarin oranges. No cuties to be found anywhere in that store. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer in half into my cup. Try to get it as even as possible. Now, you know the mandarin oranges are 0 smart points as long as you drain the juice out of them. So if you didn't know that, now you know. It's a great thing. All right, that looks good. How's that look on camera? Pretty good? So next up, we're going to add our pineapple tidbits. So what I thought was that the size of the tidbits would complement the size of the mandarin oranges very well. So I was trying to keep it uniform as we were going through. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there next. Let's add in a couple of tablespoons. And again, same rule applies. 0 smart points as long as you have drained the tidbits. You want to make sure that it's in its own juice. If it's in any type of syrup, then that rule doesn't apply. Then you're going to have to calculate the points for it. All right, I think that looks good. All right, the final thing we're going to do is we are going to add in some fat-free Ready Whip. And there we go. Cute little 0-point candy corn. Okay, now that we have saved all those points from the candy corn, let's go ahead and make a recipe using candy corn. So now we're going to make spooky Halloween popcorn balls. Now I've changed the recipe up that I was using just a little bit to cut down on the points. From my calculations, if I can make these into 18 popcorn balls, then I will have each of these at 5 smart points. Now, this is a treat, so don't get scared that it's 5 smart points because again, this is not something you're going to have every single day. Okay, so for our ingredients, we are going to be using 8 cups of lightly salted popcorn, and you can see in front of you I have the Skinny Pop. We're going to use 2 ounces of candy corn, 1/4 cup of unsalted peanuts, 1/4 cup of raisins, 3 tablespoons of butter, and I do have unsalted sweet cream butter sitting there, 1/8 of a cup of brown sugar, and 8 ounces of marshmallows. So let's go ahead and get this recipe started. Now the first thing I thought I would do is I would go ahead and kind of chop the candy corn into a little bit smaller pieces, just so that we could make, evenly distribute those through the recipe. Now the original recipe called for 1 cup of candy corn, and 1 cup of candy corn was so many points, I'm not even going to tell you what it was. So again, we're just going to go ahead and chop these up just a little, and they are super sticky. You may want to spray your knife with some Pam spray. After the fact, I think about that. But again, I'm not going to chop them up too much. I just want to kind of get some of these bigger ones just into smaller pieces. I don't know about you, but I would like to have a little taste of candy corn in every single popcorn ball. Now, I did get this recipe from my daughter-in-law, Kristen, and I'm so happy that she's allowing me to, again, film in her kitchen today. Wow, these are super, super sticky. You definitely want to have a sharp knife when you're working through these. I don't know, you notice that I didn't bring my knives with me, so I get to use really cool knives out of Kristen's collection today. So, okay, we've got those done. I'm going to slide those right back into my bowl here. And we're going to go ahead and start mixing our ingredients. Okay, the first thing we need to do is combine the popcorn, the candy corn, peanuts, and raisins in a large baking dish. So we're going to use just a a baking pan. I think that'll be the easiest. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my popcorn. Now, since I've already started using my measuring cup for my marshmallows, I'm going to set these aside in a different bowl. So that I can start measuring out my popcorn. Now again, I need to have 8 cups of popcorn, so that's going to be 2 of these measuring cups. And I don't know about you, but I really like the skinny pop. I like just having this around just to snack on. Just for an everyday thing. All right, I think we're close. All right, we've got our popcorn in there. The next up, we're going to add those nuts. And again, that's 1/4 cup of nuts. I always seem to film to have my camera on the right, and then I always seem to use my right hand, so I'm sure it's in the shot all the time. Just gonna go ahead and sprinkle these in. I'm telling you, it looks good just now, and I haven't even added the good stuff in there yet. And then we're going to, next up, add our raisins in there. Okay, now that I have all that together, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt the butter, the brown sugar, and the marshmallows over low heat. Okay, we're almost there, just a little while longer. This has been going for about, I want to say 2 to 3 minutes now. This smells like marshmallow caramely goodness. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to get my hands on one of those popcorn balls. Alright, we're going to pull this off the stove in just about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to move back over to the counter and start to pull these together. Alright, so now we're going to just start to drizzle this over our popcorn. I'll try to do this way so you can watch. Try to get that a little evenly distributed. Go one way, then go the other way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to allow this to cool for a couple of minutes so that we can actually put our hands on it and start to touch it. I'm telling you, this smells absolutely amazing. Like, I cannot wait to try one of these. All right, we're going to let this cool down and then I'll come back. Okay, we're going to try to get these as uniform as we can. I think it's cooled off enough now where I can touch it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put down a piece of wax paper onto a baking sheet. I'm going to use a 1/2 cup measuring cup to see if I can just maybe get the right amount out of here. And the most important thing you want to do is you want to grab some cooking spray of some type and you want to spray your hands. If you don't spray your hands are going to be super sticky and you are not going to be happy. So, okay, I've got some of that cooking spray on my hands. I'm going to go ahead and grab out approximately a 1/2 cup of this sticky goodness. Isn't this fun? All right, so you're just going to start to shape your popcorn balls together. I'm hoping I did not let this cool down too much. All right, no, I think we're okay. It's still warm on this side. Okay, we had to pause the video real quick and I had to enlist some help because these were getting cooled off way too quick. So we're trying to work with these. So you definitely, trying to film this and do this at the same time, I think you just got to work a little quicker than that. So hopefully they're kind of uniform. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Looks like we're gonna have about 15 popcorn balls, so I'll recalculate the points on these, but I think it's gonna be more like maybe 5 to 6 points per popcorn ball. But still, again, so good. These are gonna be delicious. All right, we've got our last one coming out here. They're so super sticky. I think the last one's going to be the best one. All right, so we're going to let these completely cool. Again, I will recalculate the points for the number of popcorn balls that we have, and I'll insert that number here so you'll know exactly how many points these are. A couple of them are bigger, a couple of them are smaller, so maybe we'll have some 5-pointers and some 6-pointers in here. We'll see. All right, so let's see what's next. Okay, we've saved the best for last. We're gonna get started on our caramel apple mimosas. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to grab these cute little glasses that you've been seeing behind the scenes as we've been filming today. We're gonna grab our apple cider and move that off to the side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab 2 plates. The first one we're going to drizzle some caramel sundae syrup, the sugar-free Smuckers kind. And we're just going to drizzle that all on a plate. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up some sprinkles. I think we'll use these cute orange ones. And again, same thing, we're just going to pour these onto a plate. We're going to dip our first cup into our caramel, and then we're going to dip it immediately into the sprinkles and set that off to the side. We're going to do the same thing with the second one. Set that one off to the side. And then we've got a special one for my grandson, Nathan, because his will be, of course, non-alcoholic. So we've got that there. I'm just going to rim this last one, then we're going to move these cups out of the way. I'm sorry, the plate's out of the way. Okay, so we're going to start off, and we're going to need to measure out a ½ cup of the apple cider. And then we're going to, oh, I should have done this off camera. I'm going to try to get this open here. I may have to enlist the help of Mr. PrepWhisperer. And I think I'm going to. So hold tight. I'm going to get this bottle open because I'm definitely not going to jump on camera. So hang tight. That
was loud.
Thanks, Nathan.
You're welcome.
Looks like Junior PrepWhisperer got to open that one up. Maybe you caught him on camera over there. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out a ½ cup of the champagne. It's a little foamy there, so we're just going to go ahead and get that as close as we can. All right, so I'm going to move you in just a little closer. Turn you just a little bit. Sorry about the shakiness. There we go. All right, so I'm going to grab some tongs here and throw some ice into our glasses. we've got that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and skewer some of our apples. Do that really quick. Aren't these the cutest little, hopefully I'm getting those in there. I thought they were absolutely adorable when I found them today. I might have gotten a little bit of trouble at Michael's today, but that's okay. It's a super fun store, and I always get in trouble when I go in there. All right, so I've got our apple skewered. I'm gonna go ahead and get our first one started. So I have a 1/2 cup of apple juice. I'm sorry, yep, apple cider. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get our champagne poured in. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up 2 more of these. How's that look? Pretty awesome, right? Thought we'd have a little fun with the dry ice today. All right, we'll get number 2 going. And then I have to grab 1 more ingredient. So for Nathan's, I'm going to be using the sparkling ice and the crisp apple flavor. First I'm going to use the apple cider cup. And you can hear my other grandson coming down the stairs. That would be Maverick giggling in the background. And then we're going to get 1 more 1/4 cup of the sparkling cider ice here. And pour that in. All right, there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making it. And with that said, we're going to enjoy our drinks here, and you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Happy Halloween. Everybody say Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.